What's up guys, this is a girl Venix and welcome back to another video. For today's video we're doing episode 8 of Draw Like an Architect, and today we're doing a simple exercise of freehand drawings. So we're getting into different hatching techniques to give your drawings a bit of depth and character, along with some extra sketching tips that I've learned. I've learned these lessons in my first year studio and I want to pass these down to you guys because I still remember when I was in school there was a first year studio and kind of transitioning to using your computer. I was pretty shocked because I think that drawing is still very important and a useful skill that you should have as an architecture student. And so I'm passing these tips to you guys. I hope that this really helps you. And without further ado, let's get on to the video.
Let's start off with the materials you'll be using. A drawing surface of your choice. I'm using a 24 sheet drawing pad. A ruler is optional. Your pencils, sharpener, and eraser. Exercise 1. Shading techniques. For this tutorial, we're doing 4 shading techniques: hatch, crosshatch, scribble, and stipple. Some tips you have to be aware of is when doing different types of hatching, it's meant to build upon each other depending if the object or drawing requires more depth or shadow. These are examples of how these tips are applied, and the drawing varies depending on the form, texture, and lighting. Lastly, the key of effective hatching is also controlling the spacing of your lines. What I want you to do is draw one row of 3 squares. We're starting with a basic hatch. In the first square, you'll be doing the darkest. The lines should be dense and close to each other. I try to get them as close together as I can. And there is a big difference if you use a drawing pencil because the line weights appear a lot more bolder than a mechanical pencil. Next, you move on to your medium hatch. The spacing should be wider than the darker hatch. Apply the same rules once you go lighter. Next is crosshatch. It's very simple. You will repeat the process of the regular hatch, though you will be drawing lines perpendicular from each other. Again, when moving on from a medium hatch, the line spacing should be wider as you go and reach the lighter hatch. Next is scribble, which is one of my favorites because it's super flexible and fast. A trick that I do when I scribble is that I create a repeated infinity sign and I layer it upon each other. You don't have to follow this, you can experiment with this hatch on your own. Just remember to increase the darkness by simply overlapping the scribbles with each other, then reduce the density as you go lighter. The last one is stippling. This hatch has a beautiful output, but it is very time consuming. Basically, you shade by dotting in the shadows, which can be a pain because the darker that you go, the more dense the stipple has to be. Next, we're gonna test your hatching with household items. You can set up a backdrop like me, so you can put full focus on the drawing, then add your items in, and the last thing you need is a light to create shadows. I like to use glass objects as a challenge to cast more shadows. You can also take a picture if you're lazy to sit there for a while and just quickly get back to the picture. I'm going to show you a POV of how I get my proportions on my drawings. I like to mark my tallest object on my paper. With a fully extended arm, I indicate with my pencil the top and bottom part of the object and I mark it on my paper. I like using pencils on both hands. One pencil is to measure, the other is to mark points. Then I strike and extend my lines. And I continue the same process with the other items like this. I apologize to any artists out there if I'm doing this process funky. Please don't come at me. I am a different type of artist, a building artist. Then you'll go in and get all the inside lines and 3D forms of the objects. Next, we're moving on to shading. What I encourage you to do is to follow the shape of the object to give it more dimension. Then darken the areas that need depth, like the underside of the candle lid. Don't forget to add shadows to get the full effect of your drawing. Crosshatch the areas when the shadows get darker. When your hands get dirty, don't forget to wash them to keep your drawings clean. The last steps is adding detail. Again, this is why you should experiment with glass, because there are different shades you can spot to give your drawings a bit of interest and character. This is the final result of the freehand drawing. The last exercise is experimenting hatching with buildings. You can practice with an image online and get basic forms, or you can go outside. After you get your basic lines, hatch the shadows of the forms. And I'm using a regular hatch to begin with. Then follow the direction of the dominant line. If I need to darken my shadows or want to experiment with a bit of texture, I will go in with my cross hatches. Then add details like texture, water, and trees to finish. This is the result of a freehand drawing with a building. Here are a few bonus tips especially useful if you're quickly sketching ideas for your boss or your consultant. Practice drawing in confident, single strokes instead of short, feathery lines. As you get more comfortable, your speed and accuracy will improve. Hatching is a powerful tool to communicate texture, depth, especially in architectural sketches. It's great for quickly conveying material differences like wood, concrete, or glass, so others can easily visualize your concept. So that's it for this tutorial. Keep practicing and don't be afraid to experiment with these techniques on your own.
Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that you enjoyed it. A good resource I was referencing in this tutorial is Design Drawing, the 3rd edition by Francis D. Ching. It's super helpful, especially when it comes to tone, texture, and just general freehand techniques. I hope you guys check it out. All of the Francis Ching books I highly encourage you to just get your hands on one of them. If you found this video helpful, please give this video a like, subscribe, and comment down below of what other videos you want to see from me. And I'll try to get to your requests when I can. I'm just taking a steady pace with my time because I'm currently studying for my architecture exams. So just wish me luck, and I wish the same with you guys. If you're in school or you're currently working, good luck, and I wish you the best. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!